They're getting off the freeway now in the downtown Los Angeles area. This is a pursuit, came up from the Orange County area. I got to tell you, up here in Sky 9 this evening, we are quite a distance away. I would have to guess, because I don't really know, that this is going to be on 3rd Street. We got to move the ship a little bit to the south to look between the buildings there, as he's basically making away from us as he got off the 110 freeway. And he exited at Olympic. That is confirmed now. So that was Olympic Boulevard. The buildings are going to be in the way for just a little bit. We're going to reestablish it here as soon as we can. Maybe, it looks like maybe he went north here on Figueroa. We're going to keep an ear on the scanner. We're going to see if we can get over these buildings. These are armed and dangerous suspects. They definitely are going northbound. There you go. You can kind of see them through the building again, actually making their way back towards us. Got it again, just throwing it out there. I'm thinking that that's probably 3rd Street. And there you go. This looks like they're making another turn there. So they're continuing northbound. This is going to be in the downtown Los Angeles area. This pursuit continues out here. California Highway Patrol in pursuit of armed and dangerous suspects. They started out in the Orange County area. Let me try to grab some bearings here. Let me get some street names for you, and I'll be right back with you. They are right behind him. It looks like he made it. Up there he is. Lift. Westbound 6, westbound on 11th. Northbound. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the question was, but we are still in the downtown area. Looks like we're going to be northbound on Broadway. It is northbound Broadway. High speeds. You know what? One thing that I got to say is they haven't gone the wrong way on any of the streets this evening. We just went westbound on 8th Street out here. These buildings, I don't know how they do it in New York. That's the only thing I can say. The buildings making it very, very difficult. They constantly moving around down there, and the buildings are eclipsing them. This vehicle, though, high speeds, and as you were saying earlier on, extremely dangerous. A lot of people out here downtown this evening. The car has not gone the wrong way on any of the streets. Don't know if that's because he knows the area or maybe he is being just a little bit diligent. But we do know armed suspects, and you were right, Jeff. We did see that lift sign out on that front window of that vehicle. Don't know if the vehicle's stolen. Don't know if maybe the suspect has a part-time job. But right now, this pursuit continuing here in the downtown area. All these turns by around these buildings make it extremely difficult. The helicopter, actually the sheriff's helicopter that's been over this for some time, down a little bit lower. Looks like he made another turn. He's going back the other way. Brennan is going eastbound again. He turned around. Oh. I'm looking about 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. He's continuing on. He looks like he's going northbound. There he is coming back southbound. He's right under us. Up, 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 up. Coming back towards us. Looks like he's turning. Well, you know, Elsa, I don't think in this case we haven't seen this vehicle make any kind of blocks at any time. Just basically picking random streets out here, just driving around erratically, fast. Definitely, that is for sure. We haven't heard about any kind of people being held hostage. I wasn't sure if you were asking if everybody in that vehicle are willing participants. We're not clear about that, but we haven't heard about this being any kind of kidnapping type of situation. So right now, this vehicle making hard turns out there. It does appear to be an Acura of some sort. We haven't heard the description from officers. Looks like he stopped, making another turn right there. One thing I have to point out for sure is that the helicopter a little bit lower than us this evening, and obviously these buildings out here, there's a lot of construction going on. And with all that construction going on, there's cranes out there, and that's another thing that the helicopter is keeping an eye on. Looks like he did stop here in an alleyway. There we go. You got two dark figures running. Looks like they're climbing over fences. This guy, a little smarter, he knocked that fence down instead of jumping over it. Into a building right there that seems to be under construction. California Highway Patrol right behind him. Now, this is going to be a very, very dangerous situation. Out through the front, coming out through the front there. They went through the building. I haven't seen them come out from that tree right there, but I definitely saw them come out in the front of that building. There's another one right there. Looks like they're continuing running, perhaps doubling back. We're going to keep moving the helicopter around, see if we can see that that sidewalk. It looks like now, I don't know if that's one of the suspects, but definitely somebody that was right there. Possibly they're trying to blend in, but they definitely made their way out onto the major on the other side. Don't know if my pilot Brendan is talking with the officers or the law enforcement above. All I could see is dark males, there they are. I'm pretty sure that's them. Pretty sure that's them. They just walked out. Yeah, there's people walking out of that building, out of that one open business right there. I know that you see some hugging going on. That's probably not them, but there was a couple other people that walked out there with hoodies on. It's pretty bizarre that the officers, that the law enforcement that was right there, basically drove off. This is the last spot that we saw them for sure. Don't know if they continued running down this alleyway. Perhaps we didn't see them, but the last place we saw them for sure was right there underneath that tree. Now they might have doubled back, but definitely a very dangerous. They got him. Apparently they got him out in the alley. So we're going to come back around and see. Maybe they basically ran back to the vehicle. But now we're hearing that they are going into custody. They have them at least. The proned out means that they're on the ground and following orders. Perhaps they doubled back and made their way back into this area right here, because I see the officers walking into that area right now. Man, who else is here? Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, go ahead. Well, you guys on the internet, thanks for going on that wild ride with us. You know, I have to apologize. I'm not going to say I'm rusty, because I'm not. But that was pretty bizarre, the driving through the downtown area. We had some radio issues, so it made it even more difficult. We just saw one of the suspects being walked out to the vehicle. Brendan, if we can go back to the alley there. No, I think they're farther down. I don't know. Yeah, they just walked him right by in the shot. So they're walking him back. They're taking him into custody. Don't know if that vehicle was stolen. Don't know what all the deals were that were going on right there. But definitely taking these guys into custody. Not sure if that. I mean, gosh only knows. But we saw appeared to be younger people. That's the only thing I can say. Wearing dark clothes, running from that vehicle right there. Anyways, yeah, downtown, and that was beyond difficult to follow along. And then, of course, what I was trying to point out right before this thing came to an end was the law enforcement. You know, they're much lower than us. There's a lot of construction going on out here. Those cranes are, you know, they are up at some altitude. So those construction cranes. So hats off to those guys for being so diligent and being able to fly in that type of situation. We're looking to see the other two that are possibly going to be walked out here in just a second. What I was looking at on that car was the front brakes just smoking. Literally, like smoke coming off the front wheels there. But it was a pursuit. It wasn't a fire. And that's something I got to say, at least on the web. My gosh. That was crazy. We were before we were on the web there, we were kind of joking around, asking about containment numbers and if the structures were threatened as we were getting here to this pursuit. But yeah, it's easier when everything works. It's a little bit more difficult when it doesn't. But another pursuit here in downtown came to an end. He didn't hurt anybody, and as we understand it, 3 people in custody. Simon Desk, what would you like us to do? Yes, we understand. Suspects in custody. They're fires? All right. Copy all. We're going to go get some fuel, and I'll call you. We'll figure out where we got to be in an hour, less than an hour. All right, let's go. Fuel, please, and thank you. Good work, Brennan.